Good morning, y'all, and welcome to a day in the life of living in a hotel. If you're new, I'm Bryce. My husband Chase is a welder, and for the past 4.5 years, we've traveled and lived full-time in our fifth wheel, traveling the country for Chase's work. And you're probably wondering, why aren't you in that? Well, Chase's job has changed with how he travels, and we recently put our fifth wheel in storage a little over a month ago. And we decided that we are going to change it up on how we travel with the camper. And if you've watched our past few videos, you know that that deal fell through. So here we are, 1 month later, living in a hotel. A little bit more about Chase's work. So Chase is a welder, and he welds on various power plants and refineries across the country. And when we had the fifth wheel, his jobs were around 6 weeks to a few months at a time, and we had plenty of notice of when to travel for the next job. Well, now, he's still welding on power plants and refineries, but his notice has shrunk. So Chase will actually get a resource request 3 days before he has to be at that job, and he will fly out.
Ready for work?
Ready for work. Just a few more days.
Yes.
And we're on to the next one.
As in, currently we are in California, and his next job, which is in a few days, he'll actually fly out to Florida. So hauling a fifth wheel from California to Florida in 3 days, or actually under 3 days, and finding an RV park in such short notice is a little bit difficult. So today I'm going to bring you along on a typical day, living in a hotel, tips and tricks. Also, make sure you stay because Chase actually gets off early from work today, and we find a few interesting local attractions, to say the least, and we also get an unexpected just make sure you stay until the end. So anyway, welcome to hotel life.
Sorry, my hair's we're not gonna pretend. Chase is left for work. His shift is from 6 to 6, so not too terrible. He is getting towards the end of this job. It got extended by a week, a little over a week, which is nice. Also, I don't know where that humming's coming from. Hotel life for you. The plan for today is, since Chase will be done with this job, either he's thinking probably today he's gonna be done or maybe tomorrow. My goal is to reorganize the truck today and kind of pack up. Everything is packed up for the most part. I'll kind of show you what I've brought with me. We have a lot of stuff because I thought we were gonna be in a truck camper right now, and that did not happen. So I have things like our Berkey, our Starlink, some tools, stuff that if we were going to do just strictly hotel hopping, that I wouldn't have brought with us, obviously, but that is not the case. And so since I'm kind of restricted to the cab of the truck and then Chase's luggage, we're going to ratchet strap to the bed of the truck so that way it doesn't like move around as we travel tomorrow or whenever that is. So that's kind of the goal today. I'll kind of show you. So for like water and breakfast and stuff, we've been get these big jugs at Costco, or you can get the bottled waters too. Sometimes the bottle is actually cheaper than the big jugs. And then since I thought we were gonna be in a truck camper, I brought all of our coffee stuff. So we've been able to have our own coffee. And then when we've done hotel hopping in the past, just the easiest thing to do is just PB&Js for lunch. One, it's cheap, and two, I don't need to have that many food items, I guess you could say, because this mini fridge that we have in here is not the best. It doesn't hold a lot of food and it doesn't get really cold. So I don't want to put a lot of food in there for like different types of lunches and then it just goes bad. Because I've had that happen in the past where I'll like just load up for at least like 4 days worth of food and then it just all goes bad. So I've been having to go grocery shopping maybe every 2 or 3 days to just pick up some stuff for dinner, which I'll show y'all this evening what we do for like meals and stuff. And then thankfully Costco is only like a mile away, so I've been able to pick up like snacks or what have you a lot easier. So that has been really nice. And then usually every 5 days I have to do laundry because that's just the amount of work clothes that Chase has. So tomorrow I would have to do laundry. Since breakfast doesn't open up until 6:30, I am going to get some work done. I'm actually starting to build a website, which I'm super excited for. I am hoping to maybe like in the next few weeks have it like uploaded. It's not going to be 100% done, but at least partial done. The goal for the website is for people that are interested in this blue collar type of work, that if they Google it on Google, then our stuff will pull up, and then videos to help them will pull up. Also a newsletter, so that way we can have things like random things that we do during the week, kind of an update for y'all. So there's just not good places to like set y'all down anywhere. So the breakfast is really nice here. I am not used to nice complimentary breakfast when we've stayed at motels in the past. This is a hotel. We've stayed at motels. I usually try to grab Chase a yogurt and banana because that's kind of he doesn't really eat a whole lot for breakfast in the mornings when he's working sometimes. He leaves way before they open up. Even though he's not far from the plant, by the time he gets there and he has to drive through the plant, go through all the security and stuff, it takes about a good hour to actually get into work where he needs to be. It's still really dark outside. I don't know if you can kind of see. It's still really dark outside. So I'm not going to start working on the truck until it gets a little lighter. Lighter? Yeah. Oh no, I'm so tired. If there is something you want to see on the website that you think would be awesome or y'all will benefit from, let me know. Someone did ask that I post recipes on there. So I will post recipes eventually on there. That's just going to take a little bit of time, but I will do recipes on there. Merch stuff is just because I've had quite a few people ask about it. It will come down. It will come at some point, but merch has not been a priority lately, to be quite honest. Whenever Chase gets off of work, we'll give a truck camper update because I know y'all have been wondering. So have we. Couple hours later, thankfully it's nice and bright outside. Look at this view. Oh no, there we go, focus. Ate some breakfast, got a little bit of the hotel cleaned up, made the bed. A few things I want to share, that if you do these sorry about the lighting, if you do this hotel hopping stuff for work, a few things that have just really helped us out, made it cheaper so that we were not having to spend a lot of money eating out. So we used to, back in the day when we did this, sorry about the humming, I don't know what that noise is in the hotel room. I have the AC off. But we used to travel with a Mr. Coffee maker, and that's how we would make our coffee in the morning. Now we have a French press, and so that's what we use to make coffee. Plastic forks, all that stuff, Ziploc bags for Chase's lunch. And then I always like to have a little thing of wipes because hotels, even though this is a nice hotel, they don't really come in clean, if that makes sense. And so since I make like lunches and stuff on that, I like to have it clean. So I just have a little thing of wipes. And then if we don't have a Costco close to us, because I've done this before in the past, I'll go to Walmart and get the jugs of water, and then you can refill them because they'll have a station. There's not a Walmart close-ish to us, and so since Costco's here and it's cheaper to just get the jugs, that's what we've been doing for drinking water and for coffee in the morning. So we've been doing a lot of pre-made meals, and then either I'll just microwave it, or if it's like a pre-made salad, I'll just dump them on paper plates, and then you can get already cooked chicken at Costco, or Trader Joe's has some. That's been the two cheaper options I've been finding. And then you just dump that on the plate, and then there's dinner. Or like I got some chicken tortilla soup at Costco, and that's what we had last night for dinner, as well as a salad. So that's just kind of some things that have just made it a little bit easier for us. And then in the past, I would put everything in tubs, like those Costco black and yellow tubs. So one tub would be like kitchen stuff, like our coffee maker, paper towel wipes, food stuff. And then another one would have been Chase's work stuff, like his work boots, different things like that. And then clothes, miscellaneous stuff. So that's what we've done in the past. So this is all of like my clothes, and then pretty much all of my clothes. And then I have some sweaters and some extra clothes in there for Chase, and then like a toiletry bag. And then our kombucha was in that tub, which I have another one in there as well. Just some like, hanging clothes in there. So there's not that much clothing that we have. And then Chase's clothes all fit in his suitcase, electronic stuff. And then this one is just random like coffee, tea, stuff. There's really not that much stuff. It's just when you're limited to just the cab of the truck, it gets really small. So let's go clean that, come back, and hopefully do some more website stuff. You ever have one of those days where you just don't want to do anything? So this is what the truck looks like. The front looks fine. What are you yawning for? But this is kind of the situation. So it shouldn't take us too long, but a few things that I keep in the door of the truck right here is one, a flashlight, and two, hand sanitizer. Because I don't know about you, but sometimes rest areas, because we do a lot of rest areas when we're traveling, they don't have like soap sometimes to wash your hands, or maybe you eat something and your hands are sticky or it gets nasty. So if you are like me and you need glasses, some glass wipes and stuff is really helpful as well. I also don't think it helps that we have this mat still for the truck camper for the bed, and then the truck camper goes on top. So I have this that takes up a lot of space because it's rolled up. I have and then I also have the what do you call those things? Buckle things for the truck camper. So it's like I have stuff like that in here as well. So it's just one big gigantic, whatchamacallit, random dog toys. Here you go. Lunchtime. I texted Chase and I said, hey, are you going to get done today? Because it's not noon yet, but usually by now he kind of knows if he's getting off or not today. And he said no, either tomorrow or Thursday. I don't have to clean the truck out that much. I did rearrange it to where it's going to be easier to put stuff in there. I'm going to eat lunch and then work on the website a little bit more. Look who got done early.
Chase.
And so it's only 3:40. I think you got done. You came back about an hour ago or so. And we're actually going to go and adventure around Slow. That's what the locals call it.
Bryce hasn't seen Slow yet.
No, I have not, because one, that's very bright. The parking downtown area, and I'll show y'all, is very tight and small and pretty much made for compact cars, not for dualies. And even though I could walk there with Kenai, it's a good 40-minute walk. You've walked down there.
Yeah.
It's very easy to walk to it. I mean, there's plenty of sidewalks, but I would have to carry Kenai, and it's just not.
Sorry for the blinker.
I heard there's a gum wall.
Okay.
One of those.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm see if we can find that. And then it's called San Louis Obispo, but the locals call it Slow. So finally get to go see it. When it's coming towards the end of Chase's work, or the job, however you want to say it, I try to get a lot of admin stuff done, I guess, in the sense of getting YouTube videos already edited and done, trying to get our website, for instance, done, trying to get the truck reorganized, cleaning up stuff, putting stuff kind of together to where whenever Chase gets the call that we have to leave, then it'll be super easy to pack everything up and go. So that's kind of the last few days of what it looks like. Like tomorrow, I'm gonna go do laundry because you did not finish today, which is fine. And then I'll probably have to do maybe a grocery run tomorrow or something to get a meal or two. So, yeah. But that's just kind of how it is towards the end of the days.
I like this little hot paint still.
Yeah, thanks. Y'all can't see it, but I made a makeshift stand thing that makes it easier. During lunch and then when Chase got back, I've just been working on the website. What do you think of it so far?
I think it's fantastic.
Oh, thanks. So I won't give any spoilers.
Fine, right?
Yeah, that's good.
Paid, but yeah.
Uh-huh. You want to talk about the most confusing parking ever? How many signs do you need?
Turkish coffee with Turkish delight. Wow, so smooth and fresh.
Yeah, it really is.
It's fantastic.
So, for those that don't know, last time I had Turkish coffee was in Serbia in college when I did an internship. And I have to say, I think Turkish coffee is like my favorite type of coffee. And I think I got him hooked onto it.
Hey, road surfer can do that.
The Brent's fans.
Yeah.
Hopefully y'all can hear us, but cheers.
Gum
I don't
wall,
know.
the gum wall of California.
Yeah, look how. Ugh. I don't. You're actually gonna walk in it?
Kenai look.
No, yeah, that's nasty. I don't know what
I'm afraid
road.
to have an open cup of coffee and one of them accidentally fall
that would be.
into it. You may not realize it.
So
Yeah, some people have really jumped up there.
Oh no, it's kind of. I mean, ugh. No, thank you.
I mean, look at them.
I mean, there's layers. There are layers.
Makes you never want to eat gum again because of what
It kind of. Let me know if you would put your gum on this wall. I'm gonna pass. I actually got pretty far, a few feet, because I'll put a link to where you can find this. So we're back at the hotel. We got a
parking ticket. Me and Bryce both read the sign and it just slipped our mind, I guess, and we were in a loading zone. And $53 later.
Well, it said commercial
It did, but
something.
we were
It
in
just
the wrong.
didn't. We were in the wrong. Looking at it, we were in the wrong. So, but Slow was awesome. Chase is eating Costco pizza. Slow was awesome. I would definitely recommend going there. Obviously, pay attention to the parking signs. It's just hard when you're in a dually, and not many people talk about this with full-time RVing, is that when you have a dually and you're in places like this, like very, like city-ish, I guess you could say, town city-ish, that parking is very hard for a dually, and it's one of those things of, you're just gonna have to park out and then walk in, or if we had our bikes here, I would definitely bike into Slow. Obviously, I would have to figure out something for him, but I would definitely bike into Slow for sure. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this very realistic, non-realistic day of hotel life and work. Sorry, I did not get any, I'm not sorry, you're not gonna be able to get footage of Chase at work just because of how the plants are and all this stuff. And I know a lot of y'all understand, which I really appreciate it. I think within these next few days, you should be done. Tomorrow, I'm going to edit this video that you all will see. So that will be kind of my thing, and laundry. But this is just how life is. If you appreciated this very realistic day in the life of hotel living, please leave a like. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I made a video, like 6 months ago or so, about housing options that are not RV related, that are cheap, that we've done in the past to save money while on the road. So I'll leave a link to that video down below, because we are all about saving as much money as we can, because, well, especially with housing, because you work so hard and you want to be able to keep as much as you make. So, yep, anyway, we will see you next week. Bye, y'all. Next day, we are waiting for our laundry to finish drying. He's so stinking cute. As I was going to bed last night, I realized we forgot to give y'all a truck camper update. Yes, we are still looking. I'm looking every day, all the time, various avenues, and yeah. So we are still looking. We have found one, but where it's located, it's a little bit difficult with Chase's work since he doesn't have a typical Monday through Friday job. He doesn't work online either, or remotely, I guess you could say. And it's just hard trying to navigate when we would be available to go pick it up, because we want to be able to go pick it up together. Not that the last instance was traumatizing by no means, but I think both of us realized the importance of being together with those situations. So thankfully, we're not in a rush to go pick one up. We had already planned, like I said in previous videos, to go and visit some family after this. So it's not like we need one like right now, but we also want one. It's been, I wouldn't say like super stressful, but mentally it has been a lot, because we thought we would be in one. That didn't work out. And then trying to find another one. And I guess you could say we're being a little bit picky. But at the same time, I think in every situation, when it comes to bigger purchases and stuff like this, you know, you work very hard for what you have, and we want to be good stewards of the money that we do have. And so it's also in the sense of making a decision that is smart for us and what seems, I got something in my eye. Sorry. That's just kind of the update on the truck camper. Hopefully we'll have one after this job. Chase should be going to another job within maybe like a week or so after this one. As y'all know, it could change. It's just part of it. I think that's the hard part about Chase's job that we have learned. I wouldn't say hard part, but one thing that has made us really grow as people is that you have to be very flexible and go with the flow, and things change all the time. Like this week looks completely different than last week, because this is the week that Chase should be being done any day now. And so that means getting stuff done for YouTube, because if I have to travel on a day that I usually edit, well, I'm not gonna be able to edit. And so, or trying to get laundry done like right now, or trying to make sure that the hotel room is ready to just throw everything in the truck, or doing some last minute errands for Chase. So every week just looks very different for us. I just wanted to share a truck update and truck camper update. We'll see y'all later. Bye. Kenai. Why's your hair? Your hair is so messy. Your hair is a mess. Why's your hair like that? Tell our friends say bye.